Hello, this is Ian, Somerset News Network. I hope you've had a good Christmas. Oh, we've just had family. We had a quiet Christmas day on our own because the family seemed to have gone everywhere else. But we all met up yesterday, had a big dinner. Oh, brilliant time. And I got a new Christmas present. They gave me a hat. The Fish Whisperer. They thought I could use this for fishing. Fair enough. We can do that. That's not a problem. We had the royal family came out on Christmas Day, came out from church and shook hands and greeted all the guests, all the sightseers at Sandringham. Lovely sight. Charlotte is going to be a star. Charlotte was shaking hands and saying hello to people. Then she went over and hugged one. Just did it. Pure natural. That's how to do it, Megan. Just be yourself. Hello? Oh no, she'll be spitting and kicking and gouging eyes out, wouldn't she? She'd have to act to be like that. So, anyway, enough said about them. Forget about them American ones. I am really impressed with Kate and William. We had the carol service, brilliant. We had a duet with mother and daughter, that was brilliant. The Princess of Wales and Charlotte, absolutely beautiful playing. William and George went to a homeless shelter and did the food, worked alongside the people. It wasn't a 20-minute photo call. They were there for most of the day. This is the difference between real royals and fake royals. And we can see through it. We know what the difference is. And we come to Starmer. Oh, I don't know what it is about Starmer, but everything he does falls flat. Last Christmas, he had a Christmas tree outside of number 10, and he went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and pressed the button. So somebody made a video, one of these AI videos that you can do, and he's going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. And the whole thing explodes. It was absolutely brilliant. Somebody linked it to Thunderbirds, with the Thunderbirds going off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, brilliant. But it's all having a go at Starmer. It's not a joke that you would banter. It's ridicule because the guy isn't liked. Most disliked Prime Minister ever. Now, this year he's turning on the number 10 lights, and he got the Christmas tree there. And he got a young lad who's 12, 13, I suppose. I don't know how old he was. He's going to turn the lights on. So he goes 5, 4, 3. And the kid puts his hand over the button. He's not even pressed it yet. 2. The lights go on. 1. Boomf. A total shambles. He's got his hand over the button and the lights come on behind him, and then he presses the button. When I used to do stage work, when things like that happen, you say, I think we're going to have to practice that one. We need a little bit more rehearsal. Did they rehearse it at all? I don't know. I don't know the question of that one. but it didn't look like they rehearsed it too much, did they? You know, absolute shambles. And it shows you the state of the government. If they can't put the Christmas lights on at number 10 without somebody ridiculing them, and they can't put the lights on without, somebody hovering over the button and having the magic lights go on, he went to the darts match and got booed. Starmer actually got booed at a darts match. He went to a show, the Royal Variety Show. Well, he didn't go. Let's get this right. Starmer didn't go to the Royal Variety Show. They had the 4 actors, impressionists, and they all did different characters, and then one did Starmer. And he got absolutely booed by the woke audience. They're all actors, they're lovies. And they booed Starmer. It's just unbelievable. If he can't get them to support him, what hopes this government got? Now, political commentators, they're saying Starmer can't last till May, to the local election. If local elections go bad, he'll be out. Well, can't you see he's bad enough to be ousted anyway? He was bad enough last Christmas. I said no Prime Minister can stand what's happening now. He ought to be out. The thing is, what they've got is they got over 400 MPs, which gives them the majority in the Commons. A few have left, like Sultana and I can't remember the other guy's name, the lefty. But they still got over 400 MPs. Now, the MPs want to keep their seats at the next election. I expect that arms have been twisted. Not deliberately, but quietly. On the QT, as they say. I expect that the management of the Labour Party have turned round to MPs that don't like Starmer and said, if you vote against Starmer and get him out, you won't stand in the next election. You will get deselected. And that's the threat they've got over them. So Starmer rules the roost. This is how dictators work. I told you we had the tyranny of the Labour Party, and it's something I'm going to continue talking about into the new year. I'm also going to look back at the old Acts of Parliament, the Constitution, the bedrock of what the government should do. And I'm going to do a couple of programmes. I've done them before, and I'm going to do them again. Because I think you've got to be reminded what our laws are, what the government responsibility is. You've got the Magna Carta of 1215. Most of it has been repealed. But reading books and that, they say, well, it was repealed by the Pope. So they had to reintroduce the Magna Carta in 1216 because it was said to have been done under duress. So we got Magna Carta 1216. So we'll look at that and see what it says. Not everybody knows about it. Now, there was a reaffirm the Magna Carta 1297. Now, I don't know if it was the 1216 or the 1215 Magna Carta that they reaffirmed, and I'm going to look into that. Then there was 3 or 4 liberties of the subjects and the what was called the forest laws. The king owned most of the forests, and the king wanted to stop people poaching. They wanted to stop people taking the wood. So the forest laws allowed people to pick up dead wood off the ground And the only reason they could cut wood was to repair their homes. And that was a common law right. And we think that it goes back to Alfred the Great when he went round the country and gathered up all the common law rights. Act of Parliament of 1354 is where we get the phrase due process of law. Lawyers will tell you it was the Magna Carta, but that's where in the first I can see it written down is liberty of the subject, 1354, due process of law. There's another one that says that franchises well used and not repealed, should be protected. Now, one of the franchises we've got is free ports. You don't need to if you're taking goods into a free port, a free town, you don't pay a toll. So, Bristol, Birmingham, London, they were free cities. You could go into them free of charge. So by putting a congestion charge on it, does that go against our Constitution? Because they haven't repealed that right. They've just created a congestion charge, a tax, a toll. It's a toll to go into the city. But the problem is, I was reading up on it, and the lawyers that were taking it to court never used our Constitution. It was like the lawyers that actually took the case were trying to lose it. And I think we were stitched up. And the court said they could issue the congestion charge. Carn tried to stop Tommy Robinson again and his Christmas carols, bringing Christianity back to the streets of London. Nothing wrong in that at all. Brilliant. I commend Tommy Robinson for that. But Carn wanted to cancel it, saying it was far right. So being Christian and singing Christmas carols is now a far right activity. My family all went up to the church and went to the carol service. Christmas Eve, I think it was. I stayed back to look after the dog. But I don't get around as well as I used to, and I didn't want to be bothered, to be honest. But I used to go. We used to live the other side of the church. About 150 yards the other side, literally that way, going east, going west. At the moment, I'm east of the church. The church is right in front of me. About 100 yards that way, the church is, straight in front of me. I used to live down the other lane. We got a lane that runs down here and a lane that runs down the other side. And I used to live in the house down the lane, the other side. And we used to go to the pub. And on our way back, about 11:30, Christmas Eve, we used to slip into the church, the back of the church, and we'd sing Christmas carols. Not going to say we sung very good, but we enjoyed singing Christmas carols. And we stay there till about, 12:30, 1:15, and then just walk home. We could go into the carol service after being on a pub crawl. The things we used to get up to. I was going to tell you a story of one of my Christmases. I used to work in Bath and I used to catch the train. We had a wonderful time. Used to go into work tidy, do a pub crawl round Bath, get on the train and come home. It was brilliant. I used to play in bands And then I did discos in the Christmas time. I used to love Christmas. It's a little quieter these days, just family. But, I used to do all the Christmas parties in December with my mobile disco unit. And we had some good times. Now, we've got Starmer. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How long can this country last with Starmer in charge? We've become the laughing stock of the world. The Americans have banned 2 British diplomats. One of Starmer's big advisors, who's in America, and a lady, Claire Melford, is on the WEF. That we don't like the WEF, do we? She's been banned from America. Either she's not going to be allowed in or she's being sent home. And this is what we've got. And they're all Starmer lovies. The trade deal with America has disappeared. So, before you start, if you don't like Starmer and you don't like Labour policies, use social media and tell everybody. Like and share this video. Let's get the message out. We've got to work together. You may not be able to go to one of the rallies, but like and share the protests that are going on. Use Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp, like I'm doing YouTube. Get the message across. We do not like Starmer. Anyway, this is Ian, Somerset News Network. Bye-bye for now.